Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the interwebs. This is a much better ReNDoG coming at you in another episode of Minecraft Survival from the Hermitcraft server. And as you guys could probably hear, I'm feeling much better today after a pretty intense operation at the dentist yesterday. My goodness, I'm going to tell you all about it in today's episode, but I thought we'd kick things off today with a little bit of beauty. Look at this place. Isn't it absolutely amazing? That is one of the most gorgeous nether portals I think that I've ever seen in my entire life. My goodness. If you have no idea what this place is, this is slowly but surely becoming the NETHERHUB for Hermitcraft Season 5, and it's none other than Iscal85 who is responsible for this work of art. That's the only way that I can put it. I think it's turning out absolutely amazing. I mean, look down here at this beautiful glass fog going on down there. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I love it, man. Iscal's doing such a fantastic job out here. Now, the reason I've come out here is because I'm trying to get myself to the end, which I think is through that corridor over there. And what I want to try and do to kick off today's episode is get another one of these hermit advancements. And I spotted one that we might be able to do quite quickly. Take a look at this one. Embrace the void. This is one of Exuma's challenges, and it says, don't be afraid of void damage, which I'm assuming is, well, dying in the void. So I thought there'd be no better way to kick off today's episode than taking ourselves into the end and, well, throwing ourselves off the edge and dying and seeing if we can unlock that achievement, if I can actually get into this canal over here. There we go. So we're going to head over to the end. I need to repair some of my items too, so this is going to be two birds with one stone, so to speak, and hopefully we can unlock that achievement before heading back to the nether board. And yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of work back at base, guys. It's going to be awesome. My mouth is still feeling a little bit tender today, so I don't think I can talk too much. I'm going to try and do as much as I can in today's episode for you guys, but yeah, I'm feeling so much better. And I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who has been sending me messages on Twitter and emails. And oh man, I've got loads of people who have been emailing me. I want to say a big thank you to Mary and family who's been emailing me and making sure that I'm doing okay. You guys are absolutely freaking awesome. And yeah, that's really been helping me get through all of this nonsense. And it's been a pretty intense week for me, actually. I gotta tell you guys, man. In a couple of days' time, in literally 3 days' time, I'm gonna be heading over to the United States of America, baby. I'm going to New York with my mum and my little brother Schmidty. And that's because Schmidty, and I'm so proud of him, man, he's such a freaking genius. He is going to study jazz at Berkeley College in Boston. And my mum and I decided that we'd go with him for this amazing journey that he's taking in his life, and I can't wait to get over to the US in a couple of days' time. But I've been pre-recording like crazy. For those of you guys who are wondering if there's going to be any ReNDoG videos while I'm in the US, well, there is. There's going to be Hermit Quest, of course, but I've also been trying to record a little mini-series for you guys. I think you guys are really going to love it, man. I've been doing, well, something really cool. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but yeah, you guys are going to have a bit of a mini-series on the ReNDoG channel starting on Friday when I go over to the US. It's going to be really cool. So yeah, it's been a bit of an intense week for me. I got to tell you guys, man, I've been trying to get over this sickness that I got from an infection that I had in my stupid freaking mouth, and I've been trying to pre-record and trying to edit and try to play some freaking Hermitcraft. It's been pretty hectic, but it's all good, baby. It's all good. I'm feeling so much better now, and I can't wait to get back into a little bit of Minecrafting with you guys this week, and then heading over to the US with my brother and mum. It's going to be so sweet. Anyway, I'm going to repair my tools over here, my friends, and then we are going to throw ourselves off the void to try and unlock Exuma's challenge. No idea if that's how you do it, but yeah, we're going to give it a go anyway. Right, all items have been repaired, and as luck would have it, Cyberdogs, Exuma Void has just logged into the server. So if we can unlock his achievement right now, that's going to be pretty freaking awesome. Well, without any further ado, my friends, tell my mama I loved her, and we'll smell you all back at the freaking netherboard. Ah! Dang it, Cyberdogs, that actually didn't work. What the jazz, man? I just fell out of the world and died, and I've respawned back here at the netherboard, but I didn't manage to get Exuma Void's achievement, which is, it's kind of strange, to be honest. I thought that was quite an obvious one. I mean, basically what this achievement says is embrace the void. Don't be afraid of void damage. And That's exactly what I did, and well, looks like that wasn't good enough. So I guess I'm going to have to try and find another advancement to do today, but I suppose the good news is I've managed to repair all of my items at the end of render, which means I can settle down for a nice long day of Minecrafting with you cyberdiggity dogs. And we got a couple of things to do here on the nether board today, guys. Firstly, I want to finish off the dye factory, which we started last week, all the way over there on the other side of the nether board. It's looking really, really cool. I want to get that structure finished off, and I also want to work over here at storage module beta. This place needs a little bit of love, right? We've been neglecting this storage module for so very long, and this is actually a very important storage module in our base, because this is the place where we store all of the produce coming out of the Von Butts Industrial Park over there. And yeah, we set this up a long time ago, and we've just left it like this. It's looking super janktastic, and today I want to try and finish off this room over here. We also need to connect it to the underground tunnel network also, which is another big project that I need to do. I remember we've sorted out this tunnel a couple of episodes ago, which is looking really cool. So we need to get it plugged into this network, and we need to make it not look so freaking janky. I mean, it's looking absolutely awful. It works really beautifully. It collects and sorts all of these different items over here via a Ren splitter, which I invented. Just if I haven't said that before, yep, I invented that. It's pretty freaking sweet. But yeah, we need to get this room finished off, and we need to work on the dye factory today. So that is the plan for today, guys. I need to go get all of my items and get some food going, and get all the blocks that I need, and then we can settle in for some Minecrafting. I hope you have a tasty beverage, everybody. I got a nice cup of coffee. The first time I can drink coffee in a few days, because the freaking coffee was hurting my teeth a couple of days ago. Give me 1 second. Oh man, that is beautiful. That is an absolutely glorious cup of coffee. Alright guys, let me get myself sorted, and then we can start placing down some freaking blocks, baby. This has got to be one of my favorite feelings in Minecraft, Cyberdogs, when you are literally just a few blocks away from completing a massive project, right? Oh man, the anticipation of seeing the final build, it's freaking killing me, man. I've been doing a lot of work here on the dye factory since we were last together. As you can see, I've added another tracer that goes all the way around the building just for symmetry's sake, and I've been working on the lobby here, trying to get the other half of the dye factory completed. And yeah, it's looking so sweet. Let's get a little bit of airtime to have a look at what it looks like from above. Oh man, I love it. Let's get down here and finish off this wall. What I need to do is complete this orange wall. It's going to go all the way up and over the top, and that should be the dye factory completed. And then I want to give it one final test run just to make sure that this bad boy is up and running. Now while I'm doing this, guys, I want to tell you a little bit of a funny story. Something that happened to me at the dentist yesterday. In the previous episode, I was telling you guys about a little bit of an issue that I had with one of my freaking teeth. I had to go in yesterday for root canal surgery. Oh man, I know it sounds absolutely awful, and I'm always terrified of that particular operation. It just sounds so brutal, right? The good news is, by the way, if you've never had one, it's not really as bad as it sounds. If the dentist does a good job and anesthetizes you properly, you don't actually feel any pain, but there's a lot of noise and a lot of drilling and all of that horrible jazz that happens when you go to the dentist. But from the pain perspective, it actually wasn't too bad. But from the embarrassment perspective, well, it was pretty bad. I had to go to the dentist yesterday at about midday or so, and well, the dentist that I go to is your pretty bog standard dentist. You know, you got like a big waiting room that you have to sit in. There's elevator music playing. There's a receptionist sitting there sort of twiddling her thumbs and checking the computer, and you know, you're waiting to be called up. There's that horrible anticipation of waiting to be called up, right? Because you know, as soon as they call your name, well, it's on. There's going to be drilling, there's going to be needles, there's going to be pain. Oh man, as much as I love the anticipation of a Minecraft build, I absolutely hate the anticipation of the dentist. Can I get back up there, please, you freaking idiot? Anyway, I was sitting in the reception hall reading a magazine, and I had to wait for about 10 minutes or so because I was a little bit early. And then, well, the dental assistant for the dentist that I was seeing came into the reception room and called me. You know, Mr. Dog, is that you? We are ready for you now. And man, that's when the nerves kick in, right? When they call you. And anyway, I followed her into the room. Now, I'd just like to say that this particular dental assistant was a pretty fine looking lady. You know what I'm saying, man? She was pretty good looking, and I was feeling absolutely awful. I was probably looking really terrible too because I hadn't slept very well, so I was feeling a little bit self-conscious. But when I walked into the dentist's room, or into the surgery room, there were well, quite a lot of people in there. Way more than I thought there was going to be. There was the dentist, and there were 3 dental assistants, including the one that came to collect me. And I'm guessing that they were there to observe the operation. Maybe they were learning stuff. Maybe they were trainee dentists. I don't know. But there was a lot of people in that freaking room. And it was a pretty small room. You know, it wasn't a very big surgery room. It was kind of tiny. And they were all sort of crowded around the bench, or whatever you call it, or the seat that I was going to sit in. And I had no idea what was going on. It kind of made me a little bit nervous. You know, I was thinking, well, is this a really serious operation? Why are there so many freaking people in here, man? Anyway, I sat down in the chair, and the dentist explained to me what was going to happen, and he took me through the step-by-step of how the operation was going to go down, which was actually kind of nice, because, you know, he sort of let me know exactly what was going to happen, so, you know, all of the anticipation and all of the fear of what was going to happen in the procedure was sort of taken out. And he's actually a really good dentist. He talks through everything as he does stuff. He's like, okay, now I'm going to do this, and the reason I'm doing this is because X, Y, Z. So that was kind of nice. But yeah, I sat down in the chair, had 3 people plus the dentist crowded around me, and the dentist reached for, well, you know, the needle, the super long needle to anesthetize my face. And that's always the worst part for me about the dentist, is that needle. Once that needle goes in and you get sort of numbed up, you can't really feel anything. But man, it's kind of nasty when that needle goes in. I sort of sat back in the chair, and he stuck that needle into my jaw, and because it was the top jaw, he had to do it quite a few times, and he also like moved the needle around, if that makes sense. Oh man, I'm sorry if I'm making you guys freaking cringe right now, but man, you guys have got to share the pain of the ReNDoG, okay? But yeah, he sort of stuck it in, and then he sort of swiveled it back and forth, and it was actually really, really painful. And yeah, these 3 dental assistants were just sitting there watching me, and yeah, the one dental assistant, as I said, was a pretty fine looking lady. In fact, they were all ladies, and they all were pretty fine. I gotta tell you, man, jeez, I was feeling so awkward in that chair. Anyway, he stuck the needle in and started injecting the liquid into my jaw, and after he'd done that, you know, he sort of sat me back up in the chair, and he said, okay, well, now we got to wait a couple of minutes for the anesthetic to kick in, and let's talk about something. I guess he wanted to have a chat with me about something, and I had told him the last time that I saw him for the initial consultation that I was going to go to America this weekend with my little brother, and he sort of asked me, okay, so you're going to America, that's awesome. What are your plans? What are you going to be doing in the States? And I started telling him about, you know, the journey that I was going to take, that I was going to meet up with my mum and my brother at Heathrow, and then we were going to fly over to America to go to Boston to take my brother to the university there, and so on. And as I was talking, of course, my face started getting numb, right? Because that anesthetic started to kick in, and I could feel that my face was getting numb, because it feels really, really strange. Suddenly, you start to lose the feeling in your lips and in your cheek and all of that sort of thing. It feels kind of strange, man. And I was just nattering away. You know, you guys know me, man. I can talk the back legs off a freaking donkey. And I was just talking, and I guess I was talking for a couple of minutes. And you know, it was kind of cool. I was telling some jokes and stuff, and everybody was laughing. The dental assistants were chortling at some of the things that I was saying, which is really sweet. But then at one point, the really hot dental assistant reached over for a napkin, and, well, she dabbed a whole bunch of spit that had leaked out of the side of my mouth and dribbled down my face. And obviously, because my face was numb, I didn't realize that I was drooling. And basically, I was drooling out of the numb side of my face all over my beard. And this dental assistant, she was obviously really nice, and she was feeling a little bit embarrassed for me, because I was getting in the zone. You know, I had an audience of 4 people, and they were all sort of listening quite intently to my story and nodding and laughing at my jokes and stuff. And I guess she felt a little bit sorry for me because she saw this drool coming out of the side of my mouth. So she got a bit of tissue paper and sort of patted down the drool. And, well, she was trying to clean the drool out of my beard, which was kind of awkward, you know, really, really awkward. And I don't really know if they were laughing like at my jokes or laughing at the fact that I was drooling. But yeah, it was kind of weird, man. Anyway, the anesthetic kicked in, and then the dentist started working, and it took about an hour hour or so for him to complete the whole operation, and by the end of it, he did a really good job. And even though my face was numb for sort of half of the day after that, it started to feel a little bit better after that, and today I'm feeling a lot better. So yeah, big thanks to the dentist and the 3 frickin' dental assistants / trainee dentists who watched me drool all over my frickin' beard. Oh man, that is some embarrassing jazz. Anyway, take a look at this. Looking pretty good, right? I like it, man. I love it, actually. I think it's looking really sweet. Let's take to the air and have a look at what it looks like. That looks really sweet. Now, I want to test this factory out just to make sure that all of the redstone and all of the item aqueductage is working correctly. So let's get a couple of stacks of bone meal in here. And if this is working correctly, these should start growing the flowers. Yeah, I can hear the ticking going on, which means all of that bone meal is heading up. Yep, both of the flowers are ticking away quite nicely. Very good. And we'll give it a little bit of a chance for those to finish off. And while I'm doing that, why don't we head over to the map? This is something that I want to do too. I want to get this map updated because we've done a lot of work on that side of the netherboard, right? And it's probably going to be this section over here that's going to be updated. So let's just update that bad boy and let's plug it back in. Oh, look at that. That looks so sweet. Oh, I love it, man. There it is. Our dye factory looking really good. What is going on over here? Oh, I think I need to update this one too, don't I? There we go. Okay, so that's connected up to the Nether Cool 3000. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's get into that dye factory, make for ourselves some orange dye, and then we can finally test out the item aqueducts to see if this bad boy is working. So we'll have a whole bunch of red in here, a whole bunch of yellow in here. Beautiful. Let's crank this open and make some red, make some yellow, make some orange. Very nice. Look how easy that was, guys. Beautiful. And let's get all of that orange dye into this shulker box. Now, if we've set everything up correctly, all of that orange dye should be popping up into storage module gamma over there. Let's walk this distance just to give it a little bit of a chance to flow underneath in the item aqueduct, and we should see all of that orange dye coming up through the item elevator over here really, really soon. Come on, orange dye, you can do it. Don't let me down, baby. Come on. If this thing isn't working, I'm gonna face palm. Oh man, look at that though, looking really good, right? I love it. It looks so fantastic. Love that build, man. Okay, anyway, orange dye, where you at? Come on, don't let the ReNDoG down, you freaking bastard. Where are you? Oh, derp, I'm looking at the wrong freaking item elevator. Here it is. Beautiful. All of that orange dye coming up from the dye factory and being sorted into those shulker boxes inside a storage module gamma. It's working beautifully, guys. I'm so freaking happy with this, man. Oh, another bit of the netherboard has been done, and it's looking really cool. Let's just make sure all of that orange dye is arriving in the correct place. It should be coming in here. Yeah, beautiful. It freaking works, Cyberdogs. It freaking works. Alright, Cyber Diggity Dogs, the time has come to finally try and finish off the interior design for Storage Module Beta. We can't put this off anymore, man. This place is looking way too janky, and our base is looking so good right now. My OCD is kicking in, man. We really need to finish off this interior. I've been working on a preliminary design, which I think looks pretty cool. I've come up to the roof to have a look at it from above, and yeah, there's actually way too much uranium down there. That's problem number 1, has already been identified. Let me get you guys down there to show you exactly what I've been trying to work with over here. I've been working on this design now for about half an hour or so. I'm not entirely happy with it, if I'm completely honest with you. I think it looks kind of sweet. Firstly, what I've done is I've tried to create these sort of support beams over here, which I think look really sweet, but yeah, there's not a lot of light going on in here, right? And if we take this light source away, there's just a lot of shadow happening, and I'm not really happy about that. Also, this uranium floor is way too uranium-y, if you know what I'm saying. There's way too much uranium down here. It kind of looks like the floor of the nether rather than the interior of some sort of a computer component. So I'm probably going to have to try something else down here. I'm thinking we might need to make the whole thing a little bit smaller. Maybe we need to get some orange concrete in here like this, and then we can get the glass back on top of it like that. I don't know. That might help it a little bit. Yeah, I guess that kind of works. Maybe that orange concrete needs to be black. Oh man, it takes so long coming up with these designs, guys. Anyway, yeah, that actually looks a little bit better already. Let's just try finish it off a bit. Yeah, that looks maybe a little bit better. I want the floor of this particular storage module to be completely flat, right? I don't want to be having to jump up and down here while I'm going through all of the different things. But yeah, look how dark it is up here, guys. Oh man, we're going to have to try and do something with the light here. Also, what I don't like about this particular design is that the item pipes get covered quite badly over here, right? I really like being able to see those items traveling along these pipelines, and if I cover them up like that, it kind kind of defeats the purpose of the original build. So yeah, quite a lot of things to work out in here, but I think this is a pretty good start. I really like the fact that we can see up into the sky. I want to sort of keep this design. Oh, and take a look at this. This is actually kind of sweet. What I've done is I've created these tracer lines around the top, and what's kind of cool is that uranium that you see over there, that is the uranium for the tracer path that runs on the outskirts of the storage module. So I think that's kind of cool. I kind of like using that, but it's not really displaying a lot of light, right? Which is kind of confusing. Are these things actually turned on? I think they are. But yeah, that light is not really penetrating into the interior of storage module beta, which is a little bit unfortunate. I'm going to have to try and find a way to get some light in here, perhaps. I don't know, man. What happens if we get this away? Well, there is potential for another line of uranium over here. Take a look at this. We could do something like this, which could work, but I think it's going to look a little bit janky. We could get a bit of glass in like that. Yeah, I'm not mad about that. That doesn't look great, does it? Because the uranium isn't bordered properly, but I suppose we could do this. Maybe that's going to help. Give a couple of uranium windows or something. I don't know. It's a frickin' giant mess, guys. Jeez, I'm going to spend a little bit more time on this trying to work out a sweet design, and hopefully by the end of today we'll have something better to look at. I've been making some pretty good progress on storage module beta today, guys, but I'm still a little bit salty about not being able to get Exhumovoid's advancement. However, I've been taking a look at this, and I think there are two advancements here that we might be able to get from storage module beta, which is kind of handy. Take a look at this one. We have got a sugarcane pillar for Mumbo, which I don't know what that means. I guess we have to make a really high sugarcane pillar to get that advancement, but check out this one from Doc. Stock up for trading, and that is called the paper trading. I'm assuming that we're going to need an insane amount of paper to get that advancement. Of course, we've got a paper processing unit over here, and that is sending paper via this item aqueduct all the way into storage module beta, and we have an insane amount of sugarcane down here now, which we can turn into paper. So I want to try something out here. Let's see if we can unlock Doc's advancement. I mean, look how much freaking sugarcane we have here. Oh my goodness. Jeez, that is an insane amount of sugarcane. Okay, so let's like get an entire inventory full of sugarcane, and we can turn this all into paper, and hopefully that'll unlock Doc's advancement. I have no idea if that's what we need to do, but I'm going to give it a go. Let's just start making a bunch of paper. Maybe an entire inventory's full of paper will be enough. I'm hoping so, because that is a ridiculous amount of paper that we're making right now. So far, nothing has happened. Dang it! Oh, there we go. Nice. I got the paper trade. Very good. Okay, so we just nailed Doc's advancement. Nice. Now, if my thinking is correct, we should be able to nail Mumbo's advancement also by making a super high sugarcane pillar, right? Now, I need to drop off all this paper somewhere because that is an insane amount of paper. There we go. Nice one. I don't know when we'll use that. I suppose when we eventually make like a villager trading station or something, we'll be able to use all of that paper. But I want to see if we can get this Mumbo advancement too. I'm assuming we got to make a really tall pillar of sugarcane. I have no idea how tall it needs to be, but I'm guessing it's got to be pretty tall. I guess we're going to need a little bit of dirt also for this, right? Because we need to grow the sugarcane on something. So let's get that. Oh, and by the way, take a look at this. Looking pretty good, right? Yeah, man, I've done this side also now, and what I've done is I've added a uranium tracer into the wall, which I think is pretty cool. I think that adds that light that we needed in the previous design, and I've also made the floor a little bit less uranium heavy, and I think that's looking pretty good too. Anyway, I want to see if I can get this Mumbo advancement. Oh man, let's go find ourselves a little bit of water. I suppose we can just do it right over here, right? So that we can grow that sugarcane. Boom. And I suppose we just need to make a super high sugarcane thing. I don't know how high we need to go, but I'm just going to do this until we get the advancement unlocked. Well, apparently 128 block high sugarcane pillar is not good enough to unlock Mumbo's advancement, so I'm assuming this is not the way to get that particular advancement. Anybody out there know what I need to do? I have no idea. Oh man, that's a bit annoying, but we do get a really cool view of the nether board from up here, right? Pretty damn sweet, man. Plus, it's going to be quite easy to get rid of this sugarcane pillar. I kind of want to see what it looks like from a distance, because that's kind of crazy, man. Let's land on the roof over here, and dang it! Well, that was derptastic. Frickin' facepalm. Am I right, Cyberdogs? Jeez, this is what happens when you try to get more than one advancement in an episode, right? Jeez. Oh, the Minecraft gods. Not looking fondly on the ReNDoG today, but look at that. That is absolutely insane. Luckily, I think it's going to be quite easy to get rid of the sugarcane pillar, right? All we need to do is break this bottom one. Boom. And it's all going to come floating down. Look at that. That's so cool. Oh, man. Well, I have no idea how to get that advancement. Please let me know, guys. I'm going to stop trying to get advancements though, because, well, they equal death, and that was some super derpy jazz. Let's get back to finishing off storage module beta. I'm such an idiot. Well, it's been an extremely derpy but also extremely productive afternoon of Minecraft for the ReNDoG. Are you guys ready to see what I've done to storage module beta? Hold on to your hats, Cyberdogs. It is looking freaking awesome in there, man. Just want to make sure that everything is looking good from the roof over here, that they haven't messed any symmetrical stuff up, if that made any sense. But I can't wait to show you, man. Let me get into the entrance over here, and this entrance hurts my soul. We're going to have to get cracking on this next episode, I think. We really do need to get this sorted out. But take a look at this. Please ignore the outside of this, guys. We're going to deal with this when we sort of finish off the entrance over here. But take a look at this. Let's go into storage module beta. Isn't this place looking freaking awesome? Oh, man, it's so cool. I love it in here. I mean, this is a nether board construction if I ever did see one, right? Whole bunch of uranium all over the place, glass and orange and black concrete everywhere, and I really love the detail that has come through. I love these traces up here. I think they look really awesome. That's a really nice touch, I think. And as you guys can see, I've now exposed those pipelines again, which I think has added the awesomeness of them back into the build. I didn't want to cover them up, and the more open space we have up in the sky, the better it is for the build, I think. And yeah, I really love the floors. I really love how it's all one flat floor, even though I would have liked a little bit more depth in the floor. As this is a storage area, I want to be able to move through it nice and easily, right? So I really like these flat floors, and I love these pillars that are holding up the whole thing. It's looking glorious. I love it. And check this out, right? We got 2 exits out of storage module beta. This one is going to be connected up to our uranium underground tunnel system, which we'll probably do in the next episode. And of course, this one takes us out into the exit hole of storage module beta, which will be up here on the surface of the netherboard. But yeah, pretty happy with this, guys. It's taken me all day to do. I hope you like it. I think it looks jazztastic, and all of you guys who have been shouting at me about finishing storage module beta, it's now done, okay? Put those freaking keyboards away. It's now sorted, and I really, really like it. But unfortunately, guys, that is all of the time that we have for today's episode. It's been a pretty action-packed one. Hope you have enjoyed it. It's ReNDoG. Signing out from the Hermitcraft 5 server, guys, and we will smell you all in the next episode.